Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our 4 o'clock live broadcast. I want to make you aware that tonight's 9 o'clock free training has been rescheduled to 10, 1 hour later. Now, you can talk to perfect prospects every day, crush it on Facebook and LinkedIn by using reverse attraction marketing principles and my scripts. Your profile sets the stage for everything. Now, there are 6 tweaks that you can use to turn your profile into a marketing magnet and then close more sales with my scripts. Now, there are 4 simple steps to making money on any social networking site. Doesn't matter which one. Everyone with a simple profile page can sell anything. Right? So let me pop over here to LinkedIn, because LinkedIn, my friends, is where you want to be. I want you to think about this. You have access to 1,080,000,000 professionals, and you can talk to any one of them. So I noticed James and Gloria. Welcome. I don't recognize you. Let me open up your microphone so you can talk. Are you on LinkedIn? Let's see. Is that you? I can see you're unmuted. Let me see if you sent me a message here. Well, that's with an S. So let's take this off. Let's see if we can put many people don't realize that you're invisible. If people can't see you, if people can't find you, well, okay. Again, I want to restate that tonight's 9 o'clock broadcast is going to take place today at 10 o'clock. Let me come back over here. All right, now I love success stories. Today is the last day of the month. There is still time for all of you to talk to a bunch of people, close a few sales. So I'm going to bring up a couple of case studies. One, Joanne. Whoops. Last time I talked to her, I guess it was in August. Okay. So Joanne, when we started working together, it was about maybe 7 or 8 years ago. She was building a Melaleuca business, and the person that got her into the business was no longer in the business. So first she went through boot camp. She loved the products. She went through boot camp, decided that she wanted to really learn this. And for those of you that are orphans that don't have anyone to help you, I became her mentor. I became, for all intents and purposes, her upline. And what was amazing is I'm not building a Malibu business, but I worked personally with 8 of the corporate directors, worked with them for years. First month, she doubled her business. The second month, it tripled. And then she discovered, as you will discover, that not only can you market and promote yourself to build a network marketing business, you can also market and sell anything. So she started to sell insurance. I'll let her tell the story.
I mean, Max, what you've taught me, obviously I've applied to my network marketing business, and it absolutely works. We know that. It's a fact. You've done it with me. You've done it with so many others. But, you know, one of the things I always say was, what you teach us, we can apply to any job. And it's the same technique. It's the same dance. And I've used it in the insurance world, where I was recruiting for multiple agencies and using your techniques. I remember one month I recruited 40 insurance agents in 1 month. You know, that's huge. And I know that you've worked with others that have built huge insurance agencies as well. Currently, I'm doing outside sales. I'm working for Republic Services, as you can see in my banner there. I have been with the company 2.5 months. I started in the beginning of May. And I told my manager when I was in the interview process how I thought that, you know, I can apply LinkedIn and explode, you know, this type of position. And it didn't register with him. And I waited, and I said the first couple of weeks, I got to learn what I'm doing. I got that down. And then I said, I'm posting my first customer. So if you look back about a month, you'll see, you know, Go Auto was my first post, nothing fancy. And then about a week ago, I think I did 5 posts in a row. And one of my posts for Red Arrow Diner has gotten over 6,000 views between two, you know, it said, oh, do you want to post in the, you know, restaurant group or whatever? So this one here is a nonprofit, the one that you have right there. So they do mental health. And, you know, I've got 23 likes on that and a good number of views. This one was a little restaurant in Nashua, and I think it was over 1,100 views when I saw it last. So what I'm doing is I've got a little twist, a little auto dealership. I think that one had about 1,200 views when I first looked at it last. I'm not even really, the diner one's my favorite, the next one right there. So this diner, Red Arrow Diner, been around for 100 years. And I just posted me with some of the guys outside and one of the owners, 67 people liked it. So using your technique, I do a little post, and the only thing I'm saying about Republic Services is welcome to the Republic Services family. So just doing that, you know, is getting more engagement, more people within the company. But just in the last week or so, I've been asked, I trained my group of, you know, my office, and now I've got my division manager sending out messages talking about how because of these couple of posts that I've done, I had someone on LinkedIn that I connected with on the 25th of June with my message one that you taught, copy paste, and I got a sale from that. And this guy, he's got 10 gas stations. So I'm getting the first one in August. And, you know, as long as we deliver, which we will, I'll end up getting 10 locations from him seeing my posts.
And she did. She got all 10 gas stations.
That you taught us how to do. You know what I mean? So I have a little bit of a twist, but my manager sent out a message talking about how he sees the value of what I'm doing, talking about me being 310% of budget. Then it's gone out to the region, and now one of the division managers are reaching out. They're shocked at what I'm doing. They're talking about me training their leaders and their sales force. They have 40,000 people that work for Republic Services. And this is like, you know, breaking news, using LinkedIn to do what we're doing here. I just think super cool. You know, it's like throwing that pebble in the water. And I just want to let you know, it's still having the ripple effect from what you and I have done.
So I have, I think 3 people on here that are, everybody that's on here, I think is a student. But I have 3 people here that are contemplating one-on-one coaching.
Why are they doing that, Matt? There's no question. The one-on-one coaching is where this all clicks for me. You know what I mean? And you know, after like my second session with you, we fixed the profile. You showed me the basics. I started running with it. I couldn't sleep at night. You know, once we started having our one-on-one sessions, I was getting up at 3, 4 in the morning, and I would start doing my connections, you know, doing what you taught me. And as you know, if you go back through our, you know, trail there, I enrolled 3 people in one day when I was doing the network marketing. I got paid $5,000 to do 3 LinkedIn trainings for one of the insurance groups. Your training, your one-on-one coaching has opened up so many doors for me. So as time goes by, I always like to give you an update, let you know how I'm doing, but it all stems back to that one-on-one training that we did. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Were you surprised at how fast everything started to happen?
Initially, yeah. I mean, like, Max, I knew about you. I've heard about you from years before you and I had gotten together. You know, I've watched some of the webinars that you had, but I mean, like, immediately when we first started working together, it just was like a snowball effect.
Now, it doesn't matter what you're selling. Doesn't matter. If you know who your ideal prospect would be, they're waiting to talk to you on LinkedIn. Now, Dan has an interesting story. Dan owned a franchise. He was actually the first person to purchase a franchise for this soft wash power company. They clean buildings with drones. But he was recruited into network marketing by one of the top earners in the company. So he jumped into my coaching program because he wanted to go fast. And we did 3 sessions, and man, he was on fire. He was on his way. And then his sponsor died. So he kind of lost his zeal for building a Melaleuca business. So he came to me and he said, listen, we still have 4 hours left of my coaching. Can you show me how I can get customers for my cleaning business?
Hey, Dan, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Look, I've heard from a lot of students in the last 2 or 3 days. Last time we spoke, you had used the training that you got from me to expand your franchise business. And I think you said that, now they kind of brought you and made you a partner.
Yeah, they have actually, Max. Through using your system, one of the things that happened for me is that I learned how to contact people on LinkedIn. And some of those contacts became so powerful that I was able to close a major account with Verizon Wireless.
Now, think about this. All you need is a profile, a visible profile that will attract your ideal prospects.
That we signed a contract for $20 million. That is to clean cell phone towers. But since then, we've also made contact with people that manage the municipal water towers and water treatment facilities. And in doing so, I mean, it has blown up my business. And it's like I said before, I never would have known how to contact people on LinkedIn. I never would have known to even use LinkedIn for that sort of thing if it hadn't been that I came across you through somebody when I was in networking. I was in network marketing. And I know a lot of people use it for network marketing, but it can be for anything. Just learning how to contact people is the biggest thing. It has been so powerful. It's just unbelievable that last year I was struggling financially. And then by the end of the year and this year, I will make over $2 million. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's like unbelievable. It's actually one of those things that was like, it's like one of those things I wasn't sure I believed it until it happened.
Now, it is believable. If you have any idea who would buy whatever it is you're selling, they're easy to connect with. Well, they're easy to find. They're easier to connect with. And all you have to do is make the connection. Making the connection is not hard, but you have to do it the right way. Dan called back in with an additional story.
The biggest thing was learning how to communicate with people online, people I didn't know, and being able to make contacts and turn those contacts into something that I could utilize and doing it the right way instead of, a lot of people just send out a message when they first get on there. But what I learned from you was to build that relationship. And that relationship, whether you're network marketing or building a regular business like I am now, is crucial. And what I do is I own an exterior cleaning company. And, when I set that up, I was pretty much just the first franchise other. And I'm now a partner of the corporation. So I actually need to change that as I'm now a partner with this company, of the other two people that are involved. And what we've done is we've taken an exterior cleaning company and we took it to the next level by first, due to an injury that I had, I fell 20 feet. I broke both of my feet and had to have surgery to have my feet put back together. And now, blessed as I am, because I walk well and no one would know it if I did not tell them that I had broken both of my feet March of last year. And after that, we were looking for a new way to do things. So when cleaning taller buildings, we now found drone technology and we clean buildings with drones. So in what we do, cleaning these buildings with drones, it opened us up to clean taller buildings and other things, other tall structures. And so I started looking around and talking to people and just using the same techniques that you taught as taught me as one of your students. I started reaching out to different people that were hotel chains and things like that, and then came across somebody with Verizon that worked with Verizon, an engineer with Verizon, and just started a little conversation. And I mentioned what we do, and ended up mentioning what we do when we started this conversation. And we now will be cleaning towers for Verizon for the next 3 years. We've closed a 3-year.
Now think about this. This is the same thing holds true in network marketing. You develop a relationship with someone based on mutual like, mutual attraction. And when they learn what you do, that engineer that he connected with, after he found out what Dan did, opened the door for Dan to talk to the appropriate people to solve a problem of Verizon. You find an unhappy network marketer in a company, you establish a relationship with them, that person will lead you to leaders, will lead you to whales.
$20 million contract with Verizon Wireless. I mean, we went from being a $50,000, $100,000 a year income type business to myself, $2.2 million next year. That will be, that's just my portion of my area of what I'll be cleaning. But we've gone even further than that. Now we're growing at such a rate that we're scaling our business that, we've started a franchise opportunity with, as I was originally, like I said, one of the first franchisees, but we've actually gone to a full all blown out franchise, $20,000 to lawyers just to set up the franchise. We've sold 2 franchises already. We're growing, and it's all because of, not just only because of that, because my partners were involved as well, but I brought the big deals to the table, and I brought those deals learning your techniques and utilizing them. I literally met the Verizon people on LinkedIn. I've contacted them on LinkedIn, and that's how we began this venture. This part of this company. We went from, like I said, cleaning houses and 1-story buildings to now cleaning Verizon towers, hotels, and now even municipal water towers. I've closed 2 deals to clean some municipal water towers, and got 6 towers to clean. And all of that came from contacts made through LinkedIn. We're multi-million-dollar company through the techniques that I learned from Max. I don't know what else to say, but thank you. As a matter of fact, I was trying to build network marketing business. I never had really had any great success with network marketing until I started working with you, and I was working and like I said, it was kind of hard for me to move forward because my sponsor, who I'd become pretty close with, Jason Fisher, passed away. And when Jason died, it kind of took my air out of me, took my breath out. And I was just like, oh my God, I just couldn't carry on at that time. So I just was focusing on what I did day to day, my daily business. And then after a while, I said, let me see if I can make a few contacts on LinkedIn for my business. And then it just started blowing up because I just never got the air, to go back to my network marketing business. Not that I now know that if I needed to build that business, if I even had the time to focus on it, I could build an explosive network marketing company because of these techniques that I feel like maybe I haven't mastered, but I've gotten pretty good at. Both still kind of in that. Right now we're in that, okay, this all looks great and sounds great, but it's kind of like one of those things where as it's coming to fruition, it's like you almost think, God, this sounds too good to be true. But it is. and thank you again. And every now and then, I just had an opportunity. Today it's raining outside, and I had some guys that were going to go out and clean, and our whole day kind of got shut down because of the pouring rain here. So I was like, you know what? I saw that you were on, and I said, well, let me listen in with Max today a little bit. But all I can say is to the people that are listening, you just have to listen to Max's techniques, apply them, and even when you think you're doing it wrong, realize that LinkedIn is so huge and your contact list is now so huge that you can afford to do it wrong until you get it right. But if you don't apply it, if you don't do it, you won't ever get it. It will never come to pass. You just have to be willing to say, okay, there's an old saying that I've heard in network marketing, you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. and you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. So, you know, you're probably not going to lose them if you just, all right, you might have a few sentences you put in wrong, and when you're trying to make contact, you might take a wrong approach, but most of the time those can be fixed. And just stick with Max, get on those coaching calls, and get on here on these. This is where you'll learn the most, I think. The coaching calls, you only got a few minutes. You know, you got that 1 hour or a few hours that, you know, of each call. But then after that, this is where, you know, you would see how it really applied. And just apply yourself and trust in the system, because the system works. And so all I can say is thanks, Max.
All right, let me look in the question box. Okay, Bruce, LinkedIn has taken away the stars attached to several connections and moved it to archives. Have I seen this before? Yes, I have. There's only a certain number of connections that you can start. Okay. And it used to be 50 people. They may have changed that. Things are changing all the time. Again, I want to remind all of you that tonight, our 9 o'clock broadcast has been moved back an hour to 10 o'clock. And for those of you that have registered for Max GPT, if you did it originally, we've changed platforms. So you need to go back, check your email. We sent everybody an email. You have to go back in, you have to reorder. All the orders that were placed originally a week and a half ago, all of that money is being refunded. And you all should get your money back by the end of the week. So make sure you use the same email address that you used. Follow the directions in the email that we sent out yesterday and the day before. Replace your order. And it's important to replace your order correctly, because Max GPT has an affiliate program attached to it, and you'll be paid a 33% commission when you recommend it to people. So tell 3 and you get it free. I will be back tonight. Until next time, best of luck in building your business, and God bless.